Hello, howdy, salutations. My name is Sin, and I have a much smaller cast this week because I accidentally leaked a virus and they all got glitched out of the game forever. I don't know, maybe they'll be back next week, who knows?
Oh wait, we're
Glitching.
missing Sam on screen.
I
Sam's
love
not
this
on
for me.
screen.
I'm glitching out, everyone. Remember the man
I was like, I thought we had 4.
Oh no!
We're all glitching out real quick.
You know,
Is that
this wouldn't be a Cyberpunk stream if it didn't start off chaotic, even without as many players.
Well, even without Chris.
Listen, the rest of us have to pick up the slack.
Yeah, Curtis just did it through the stream. It's fine. But howdy, hello again. My name is Sin. You can find me on most of my socials as sensationally.me. I am your very kind and not at all evil GM. And I will pop it over to Chris Prime.
Hello, Chris Prime, aka D&D Imposter, aka Plain Popsicle, who is the cooler twin, and literally no one can fight me on it this week. Hell yeah. I'm playing the party's little net runner, and I'm gonna pass it off to Erica.
I'm Erica. I'll be playing Daisy, your media who's really only good at people. So we'll see how this goes. You can find my socials at EricaJean15 or EricaJean315, or on the 5% Chance socials, which are all different and will be shared in the chat for those who would like to see them. I'm going to Sam's back, so I'm going to pop it to Sam.
Hi, everybody. I'm back from the glitchverse. Everyone's trapped there. Quick, roll a d20. My name is Sam. I'm going to be playing Thao tonight. You can find me on places like TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at Wraither_VO. My pronouns are he and him. And I'm real. I'm gonna bounce it to Operator.
Why, thank you. 5% chance. Hi, hello, operator. Both here and on the Tanky Talks, and tonight I'll be playing Ford, Roland Ford Mercedes Lincoln. Sorry, I forgot that you're supposed to inhale air, not spit there for a second. Sin, it's back to you. I choked.
I just feel spit in my mouth now, and I just...
Ew.
You're very conscious about how your tongue feels in your mouth at this moment. You're
I know,
Oh,
and I
why'd
hate
you have
it.
to say
Stop.
that?
He did
Wait,
this to me.
Are y'all
earlier.
not always? Oh, is that not a thing y'all aren't are always thinking about? Come on.
Sam,
No,
listen,
because I'm tongue-tied.
I perceive my body as a beige-ish blob that moves through the world. I don't perceive the separate parts until people identify it.
We are not the same. I am only a conglomerate of organs, muscle, flesh, and bone. Constantly aware of the separate processes ongoing, like a Windows task manager in my brain.
I perceive my body. I perceive my body not as a temple, but as the dumpster behind an Arby's.
Oh dear God.
Is Arby's still open?
Yes, they have
Yeah.
the
Still
meats.
exists.
They just sold dice.
Yes, they did. They sold
Wait,
out. I was
what?
trying to get them.
Are you
Yeah.
serious? Is that
Yes,
Yeah.
they had their old Arby's dice that had little hat logo in it.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Also, fun fact, I don't know about the US, but in Canada, KFC has gibbets for your Crocs now, and they are KFC scented.
What are gibbets?
Do you own
They are the
Crocs?
name. I do not, but it is a returning trend among the young people I work with. They fight about whose gibbets, which are the name for Croc charms, are cooler.
Ooh.
Sometimes
You
they'll
know
even
what?
steal
I
them.
get that. Yeah.
No.
I mean, I don't get it personally, but
Oh, I
did
was
used
like,
to work
come
with-
on.
I used to work with kids who
Listen, I'm gonna tell
were
you
really
guys.
into their Crocs.
I'm telling you guys in chat right now, it's because we shut down the illegal Pokemon cards at school. And when I say illegal Pokemon cards, they photocopied Pokemon cards that were rares to sell to the younger children at an
First of
accident rate.
all, who
That's-
photocopies rares? If you're gonna do it, at least do it with, like, I don't know, an ultra. Like, come on.
Also, Sin,
Sam.
just real quick, I would like to point out that you bullied me for my Crocs, but apparently now I'm boss of the cool kids.
No, because your Crocs can't fit charms in them. You wear the
Excuse me,
Crocs
that's
of a
legit.
man. No. You wear the Crocs of a man who is ashamed to wear Crocs. I just want the chat to know that. Because this man wears a line of Crocs that are called I Can't Believe It's Crocs.
No, they're called You'll Never Catch Me Dead Wearing Crocs.
But you're wearing
They're
Crocs.
slip-on Croc slippers.
Oh
They look like
God!
boat shoes, and they're so amazing.
What?
Just buy a cane already.
I'm feeling
I
really
didn't say it
targeted
this
right
time.
now.
Good.
Real targeted. You argued with Sid over what your Croc brand name is. Also, is this is
Fair.
how we're gonna fill up the time? It's just
No,
gonna be
I am so
us.
sorry. So last time our lovely crew finally got together and formulated a plan. Miyuki offered Roland an interesting deal, which I'm pretty sure he's gonna take mostly. We'll see how the mission goes. And you all headed off in separate cars. Daisy and Roland in the first car, and everyone else in Bessie. As you guys were driving off towards the Ziggurat headquarters, a few of you noticed some armored trucks from Zarafa driving up. And that's where we start now. I will start in Roland's car.
So I noticed them pulling up in the back. I'm gonna throw on my blinker and to the right and like try to pull over and see if they pass.
Daisy, are you doing anything?
I am sitting there and just like tapping him. Like, play cool,
Wait.
play cool. Maybe they're not coming for us. Maybe
Daisy,
there's.
No, it's fine. I'm cooler than a polar bear's toenails.
Okay. Yeah, just pretend like we're not here.
Exactly. I'm gonna pull over to the side. I'm not pulling over to stop and see if they passes. And if they don't, then now have you
Alright.
seen those brain dances at Dukes of Hazzard?
I have actually. Oh, is that what we're gonna do? Oh, great. Oh, joys.
Check, make sure that seatbelt works.
It's like she holds on, just like I'm safe.
So, with that, I will jump quickly to Tao's truck. What are my players doing over there?
Yeah, I look into the rearview mirror and see the Ziggurat cars coming up, and like I'll gear shift to, kick the engine a little bit into gear. I reach over like across Amnetti and pull a second seatbelt out and just kind of wrap it to the other side, just in case. I call out to the back, "Everybody, tie yourselves down!" And I begin pulling like straps and belts off my body and kind of throw them into the, what's I'm looking for? Truck bed.
Oh God. It's me and Steve and Frankie.
So you see Amnetti turns to Tao, and where her face typically is, a question mark emoticon kind of pops up. As if to ask, like, what's going on. In Popsicle, you see Frankie is distracted writing his newest song. But Steve has one of his guns ready and cocked and aimed towards the tanks.
Oh God. She's just gonna like look between the confused faces, the face that's not paying attention to what's about to go down, her own brother, and then up at Steve and just like roll her eyes and get her gun out as well. Looking out, like trying to peer out the back of the truck a little bit. Can I see how many people are in the car?
Give me a perception.
And can you tell me how far away they are again from where Tao's car would be?
From Tao's car?
Yeah.
Oh god, I have to do it into freedom units.
Oh no, I
You can do it
understand
in-
both.
you can do it
I
in-
understand
Okay.
all conversions.
They're about 30 kilometers away,
Okay.
but like going full speed.
Yeah.
30 kilometers?
Yes.
That's really. I don't think that's right. You mean 30 meters? Because 30 kilometers is 18 miles.
Yeah,
It's like
they're
just
not
over.
far.
No. Okay. Sorry. Think how many? What would it be to
3,000
meters?
feet. Or 3,000 meters.
So 30 kilometers is 30,000 meters.
Yeah, I do mean meters. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
See,
I was like,
I told
this
you,
makes
yeah,
no
yeah,
sense.
Wait a minute to where it's at.
Because if they're 30 kilometers away, like, that's normal people distance. That's
Okay.
far enough that I can't see them.
Listen, my friends, I dropped out of computer engineering because I didn't want to do more math. Okay.
It's okay.
Listen, I'm not upset with you. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Listen,
I got a crit success on the first one, so I got a total of 30.
so there's 2, and you can
Okay.
see that in both front parts of them there are 3 people each, but within the armored parts you cannot see through the metal. As you are,
Could I be cheeky?
sorry.
Could I be cheeky really quick?
you can
Can I
always
try
be
to
cheeky, Chris.
Can I, because she would have used Pablo as binoculars before.
Mhm.
So could she have like Pablo just come under her shoulder, look over, and then sync up into Pablo and try to lip read?
You absolutely could.
Okay. Because I don't, if there's multiple people, that was the whole point. I want to see if they're talking. Let me roll that. That's another critical success.
Look at
And that
Chris
was
just
the-
critting
That was
constantly.
the next
Guys
one
are
was
hot
horrible.
tonight.
25.
So you can't really read the back
Wait.
truck,
10.
but you can read the lips of the first truck.
Okay.
You see the person in the middle of the 3 is telling the driver to speed up because apparently there's another team on the same job. And you can see the driver is kind of cursing like, what the fuck do you mean there's another team? And the third person furthest from the wheel is saying apparently Miyuki has hired her own crew.
And she's just gonna yell back, Tao.
As you get this though, the trucks zoom past. Could you give me a drive check? Tao only?
Absolutely.
Roland pulled over.
I didn't pull over. I slowed down and pulled off to the right a little bit
That's true.
to let him pass me.
Did Tao though?
We veered for
No.
emergencies.
Okay, so you veered. That's fine. You don't have to worry about this.
That is going to be a 20.
So, as they zoom past, they speed past and slightly scrape some of the glass chunks off the side of Bessie and make a hard left into a darker alleyway. And within seconds, you guys no longer see the trucks.
So just to confirm, that was a ziggurat truck, and we're going to
Ziggurat.
we're going
That-
ziggurats
Zarafa.
breaking into their
Or Zarafa.
Zarafa.
Sorry,
Okay,
the
I
Z
was like,
names
are they?
mixed up. Okay.
Yep, that's on me
What do
Um,
you know
too.
about Ziggurat?
Ziggurat or Zarafa?
Ziggurat.
So Ziggurat, you know, is the company that does your mandated updates,
Right.
but they handle a lot of information collection and sharing technology, as
Right.
well as like net running security features.
Right.
Zarafa, you guys know, is a machines-based company. They tend to make different various vehicles, construction vehicles, as well as prosthetics.
I know Zarafa quite well, correct?
Yes, so if you want, you could give me a local expert with a +2.
My makes a lot more sense. I this whole time was getting the Z names confused.
There's like 3 companies that start with Z.
It's how you know it's the future.
16.
So something you know about them is in your most recent encounters with them trying to buy your shop, they have also been quite interested in Chevy and have shared that they have been growing research interest in AI technology being infused within the machines that they make.
Duly noted.
You see,
I was just gonna say that Popsicle would have yelled out to Tao and everyone else what she saw them saying and that we got competition.
I pull up Roland on my agent and put him on speaker. Roland. Looks like we might.
No,
have to
no
be-
Roland here. Do you mean Dodge?
That's the face
Oh,
that Tao makes. Like his
Roland.
mind
Your name
is
is Roland?
Everyone's like, Roland?
Dodge. Dodge. I don't think we're the only ones on this job. We might have to deal with more than just office employees when we get there.
Well, we got 2 options. Daisy, you still got them MapQuest directions?
See, she like pulls out like papers.
Flip it to
Yeah.
the other side.
Okay.
So there's 2
Oh.
sets of directions. We have 2 choices. We can either go the MapQuest way, where we weren't worried about somebody going there, or we could probably make a lot of drive rolls and take a bunch of shortcuts.
Sorry.
Dodge. Roland. Dodge.
It's all right. You can call it Roland.
Roland. Do you think maybe they're heading away from us? Maybe Nyoki had a different job?
I mean, it's possible, but I mean, they specifically said competition. A different like Cat Lady hired another crew for a different job that they were talking about competition with.
I think we are
Popsicle.
the. Oh.
I will say, with the perception you rolled earlier, it is pretty clear that they're taking a different approach than you guys are in terms of getting into the building.
Yeah, because we're going through the front.
And then
They're trying to take a shortcut.
I'll say I think that we are the competition they're talking about. That Niyuki said.
Yeah, you want to gas it?
Yeah, let's get there quicker. Brother Buffalo, you can hang up if anything changes on our end. I can communicate with you through your radio.
Sounds good. Should I keep following you?
Absolutely, if you can keep up. And Roland's going to shift into high gear and switch over to rawhide and crank the volume all the way up.
I will give you an advantage on your roll if you sing the song.
I don't want to.
Then don't. You don't need that. You don't need advantage.
So as it's going, Roland starts like mumbling under his breath at first, and like he sings, it's Roland, 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 but he's not singing Roland, Roland. He's saying Roland, Roland, Roland.
Yep.
And let me get my drive check in real quick to see. Okay, so I got a 10 on the second roll. So I add 17 plus 12. Yeah, he feels really good. The adrenaline's going to kick in with the 29. Rolling,
Oh
rolling,
my
rolling,
gosh.
rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep this doggy rolling my ride through sand and smog and jennies, hell bent for bennies, wishing my dog was by my side. By my odds calculating, my true name will be waiting, waiting at the finish line. And
By the time we hit the chorus, Daisy's singing with you.
Tao, do you want to roll a drive check to keep up?
Yeah. I'm just curious about what your drive number, what your drive check bases are, because holy nut, that was ridiculous.
I
Mhm.
crit. That helped.
He crit.
Oh, king. Yeah, I will drive this land vehicle. That is just gonna be a 20. Regular
You
20.
know, you keep up, but not as close as you probably would like. But it does make you look more inconspicuous.
Hey,
It doesn't look like two random cars driving towards a big company together. The rest of your drive is fairly uneventful. So is there anything you would like to do for the rest of the drive to Ziggurat? That is my dice. I'm so sorry.
Oh
I
no,
have
secret
30
rolls are
D6 on the
happening.
table. Don't
His
worry.
coat off because my face is suddenly really hot.
Mm.
Don't worry about it.
Kind of calling out to the back. I'm willing to chance a guess that once we get there, things are going to get messy with the other team quick. What's our plan?
Our plan is. Nettie, is there any way you can fire off, like, somehow get into the system? And I'm just wondering if we out the other team is trying to get in before us, that might get security away from the area. I don't know.
Yeah, let them
Amneti
know.
says that she can tell the company that they are Frankie's stalkers. To which Frankie does look up for a split second, goes, "I have stalkers? Cool," and goes back to writing his song.
Helpful as usual. Thank you, Frankie.
But Amneti does look through and start sending off a message. You see it kind of doing like that loading screen that you've seen before, as if she's connecting with someone. Are you going to be staying together on the tour or separating?
You mean our two cars?
No,
like,
once
No,
you're
the
there.
tour.
Amneti shares on this drive to Ziggurat that if anything, Frankie can take Posse and Muscle with him, and that she could take Popsicle and one strong person with her to try and find wherever it is they're going downstairs.
That makes sense.
As we get closer, Daisy's going to use her cybernetics to connect to Tao's radio. Hi everybody. So the plan's still the same. We park a few blocks off and then walk in as the posse and tour group.
No, that's what I'm tracking.
Yeah, and then we'll split.
Once we're inside.
Yeah.
Some of us will have
But we
to
walk
stay
in
with Frankie,
together.
though. Make sure that he's taken care of.
I think most people are staying with Frankie. It's only 3 of us that are splitting, so it's a smaller group.
So, Popsicle, Roland, maybe, and Amneti split off, and the rest of us are posse, considering that Roland is tech, and Thao is security.
And
Yeah.
Steve?
Steve's posse.
What would
Steve
Steve
has
do?
very big guns. I feel like
Yeah.
that might not be.
Steve says that he can either pretend to be a bodyguard, but he also offers to go as a form of protection for Amnetti and Popsicle as well.
Hmm.
I just feel like if more people split off from Frankie, then it looks weirder.
Right.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
it'd
Is
probably look
Roland
best.
staying? Is
Go ahead.
Roland staying with Frankie, or is he going with?
We were talking about Roland coming with Amnetti and Popsicle, which makes sense because Roland's a big guy and also tech. So if something breaks,
Right. So is that the three that we're looking at?
We got the people on one side and the tech people on the other.
plus Steve. Yeah.
Because Tao can join you all down below as well. I do not mind either way.
I thought Tao was going with
Tao's
Frankie.
security.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I will go with Frankie and make sure he doesn't die.
Eventually we'll all be able to come back together once we hop in. If we all, because just correct me if I'm wrong. The whole point of net running is to pop all of us into the virtual side, because it can only be accessed like VR, or is it just one person? It's like if you can hook up to the VR, you can hook
For
up to the
n-
VR.
For net actions, it'll just be you.
Yeah, but you said the bottom suite is like is virtual reality.
I think
So-
that is something you're gonna have to find out on your own.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Classic Anya not giving me information I need.
That's fine.
Um,
I'm sorry, did you wake up with a boot mark? No.
No, because I never ask for that. The only one here who doesn't.
Hey, I have never asked Anya for a single.
I never asked for a boot mark. I called her ma'am, but
Only
that was out of
Chris.
being polite.
Chris
It's
asked
only
enough for
Chris,
all of
guys.
us.
That boy does not speak for me.
Well, he's your boss now, so.
Oh, that's gonna be rough.
He's not my boss. I'm his babysitter. These are different.
The unpaid babysitter. It's a nice internship you got.
It's just like working back home. I
Compare
call
Frankie
out
to
back
those
to
pure
Popsicle.
children.
I'm good with kids. Don't worry about your brother.
I'm just imagining Popsicle looking up for a second at Frankie as like he's just phased out on his phone now with the littlest bit of drool, just like tiny anime style, just falling down.
Is Frankie an iPad kid?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
100%, he's an
thinking.
iPad kid.
Chris isn't here
At
to
this point,
defend
he's just
himself.
like cuddled up. He's just like laying on Steve as if he's a beanbag chair, just on him.
Asking if Pablo has any games on him.
Games on his.
So as you're driving, Amnetti does let Tao know that the next right will be a perfect place to hide both vehicles.
Yeah. I'll pull over there. And once I kind of pull Bessie in, the girl deflates a little.
Oh,
And we love it.
Okay.
Yes.
I make my way out of the car, check everyone's seatbelts, make sure that everything is fine, make sure I didn't drive over a nail or some crap like that. Knowing my luck. Okay. Is everyone prepared?
Roland and I with Frankie, actually, we all walk in together, and then once the tour starts, maybe we'll do a
then
split.
I'm ready. Yeah.
If you're checking your car too, would you mind giving me a tech check?
What?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm being tracked.
Are you doing one as well, Roland?
I'm sorry, it got a little choppy on my end. What did you ask?
Are you also doing a tech check over your vehicle?
Am I doing a tech check over my vehicle? For
Once you park. I'm just
Y-
asking because Tao is.
yeah, I'd see Tal checking his and probably just double check mine out of curiosity.
And that's land vehicle tech, yes?
Mhm.
For sure. That is
And you get a
a
+1 because it's
15.
Bessie.
16. My girl.
She is so okay. Almost perfect, even.
Okay.
25.
I mean, like, it hasn't gotten worse, but you do know that you've seen better vehicles. You chose an old Jeep in your garage.
It already had tools in it.
I'll give Bessie a pat on the hood. Alright. Stay here. Stay safe. We'll be back soon enough. And I pull a few water bottles out from like the back and just kinda like stuff them into a bag. And then hand one to Frankie.
Tao, you also feel a light buzz from your agent.
Hello?
It's a photo.
Oh.
It's from Niyuki, and it is a far off shot of a silhouette that is quite familiar to you. Bald in very worn reds and golds. Like fabric kind of draped over this body. And it looks to be like kind of holding a small bowl walking in towards a building.
I send a text in response. It's impolite to pry into people's histories.
She sends you a photo of her going like, and it says oops. And that's it.
And then I follow up. Be careful. The wrong kind of person. A different person will get the wrong idea from this.
You get no response. Looking up from your phone, you do just see Amneti going shoop, 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 shoop towards Ziggurat.
Okay. Is everyone prepared?
Think I got everything. Roland's gonna reach in the back of the Jeep and pull out his tool bag. Are we going in strapped?
And Popsicle is just gonna look down at the gun strapped to her leg.
Steve is filling his pants with his guns.
I look at my outfit with many straps. Yes. No. Yes. No.
Very. Roland's gonna take the sawed-off shotgun in between the seats and tuck in the tool bag.
Daisy, are you strapping yourself?
Daisy just has her single handgun that is always tucked into like the boot of her pant, or the tucked into her boot. That just stays there just in case these. But to plain view, no, there is nothing on her.
Okay. So if you guys are following Amneti, you are just walking for a couple blocks towards the front doors. When you get through the first door, you see that there's a little pad, and Amneti places her hand on, and it does a little scan, and it flashes a pale green, and the doors slide open. And she looks back to you to see if you are coming with her.
Yeah.
I like kind of like play up the part of being part of Frankie's posse and just like have like my like arm resting on his shoulder as like a groupie girl. and just like giggling as like we walk in.
I look at Daisy with one eyebrow raised to the sky, like, what the nuts happening here?
Roland's just trying to look bored.
Popsicle's just
I'll
wishing for
pull
one
up-
day.
Yeah, I'll pull up the rear and just kind of walk behind.
Classic
Steve.
security.
Steve is walking alongside Tao, and Frankie stands in the center of you all. As you make it through the sliding doors, you see a man with very long, bright red hair spiked all back,
Oh,
in a like black ripped knit sweater. Daddy, is this Frankie? And he like walks up to you guys and puts his hand out. I'm Axel.
And I
Is-
reach forward and place a hand on Axel's hand. Please don't get too close to the talent.
Oh, yeah. My bad. I just, Frankie's so down to earth. I thought he'd like sign something. I don't know.
I
Touch
feel
my
like
hand. I'd never
Frankie
wash it again.
absolutely would reach out and grab him and touch his hand.
He'd probably
Frankie-
sign his hand.
Yeah,
Frankie
he
does sign his
probably
hand. He
I'll never
He
wash
looks
this
ar-
hand again.
he looks around for a pen and doesn't see it, and Axel realizes he's doing so and hands his own pen to Frankie as Frankie goes to sign his hand. And he
And
just goes,
I lock eyes with Popsicle with bafflement in my eyes.
And Popsicle just looks back and goes,
so I thought if it was like really cool, like I could like maybe give you guys like the tour.
yes. Right, Mnetty? That was the plan?
Correct. I was going to take my friend Popsicle on a different kind of tour. She wants, and you see Amnetti's face loading, a job, maybe. Right, Popsicle?
Yep, really could use extra money for when Frankie has downtime in between tours.
Okay, bye. And she does not wait and she starts shooping away.
Roland.
Yep,
Popsicle's
on my
just
way.
gonna grab Dodge. Talk to you guys later. Okay.
I gave
Toodles.
a sympathetic wave.
I'm just guessing Popsicle just mouths like, good luck. to...
So we are going to start with Frankie's tour group. So, like, not to brag or anything, but like, I'm part of the Liches and Layers department.
Love liches and layers. Oh my god, that's
Wait,
so
which part?
amazing.
I mean, I'm the secretary, but like, the whole unit doesn't run without us, like, assistance.
Okay, so
Oh.
like there's I was looking at the new patch notes and I was just wondering if I
What
just
do you
thought
mean
it was
by
really weird.
by secretary? So does that mean that like you like handle like the codes and things? Or do you just like take notes and like know where all the secrets are hidden?
I mean, if you want like a secret, I saw like one of the coders recently was stealing cookies, and like those are workplace snacks.
Oh,
But like, I'll
Totally.
be really honest, I got this job because of my uncle.
oh, who's your
Oh, what do-
uncle?
What does your uncle do?
He's a janitor here, but like he's like head janitor.
Oh,
I just don't clean because like I'm kind of above that.
okay. So does he like clean all of the rooms? Cause that's kind of cool. I heard there's
I
like,
don't know. I don't talk to the janitors.
but he's your uncle.
He-
Yeah, outside of work, but at work he's a janitor.
Oh, Okay, well, continue.
Yeah, anyways, the new patch is coming out. And
Right,
Axel
I
starts
wanted to
walking with
ask.
you.
Yeah,
Oh.
I am a talking gamer with this dude. I do play Liches and Layers. I play it a lot even. I think it's weird
Yeah.
that they recently buffed the paladins smite damage by a 10% decimal. I think it's weird. They didn't need the buff. They're a tank primary class, and I think that just because the community devalues tanks doesn't mean that it's a useless class. And pivoting it towards damage just reflects a unfortunate overarching tendency in the game towards just high numbers and blind game design or something.
Dude, no, I'm right there with you, man. And like, truthfully, I'm pretty sure they did that for all those fake gamers out there so they could just get money from people playing the game.
Wait. People pay to play Witches and Layers?
Yeah, the gacha system. There are people who love those little booster packs that give you power-ups.
I thought those were just aesthetic.
They are. But that's who the paladins are for, the people who just pay for the aesthetics.
Well, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, but don't worry, I got you. I know you're a real gamer. You're one of us, dude. I got you.
And then I look at Daisy with confusion in my eyes.
So, the real gamers, like, being part of the Liches and Layers division, do you get to, as the secretary, because that sounds just oh so cool, be more like in depth with like the design too? Because I feel like the secretary is involved in like all of the meetings.
Kind of. I mean, some of it's like top secret, but like, do you guys want to check out my desk for the first stop?
Sure. Do that.
Cool. Well, first we gotta walk through the kitchen because I've only had first breakfast. I kind of need a second breakfast.
Oh,
And he walks you towards like this kind of smaller room where there is like vending machines, and you see various employees kind of sliding ID cards to get little snacks out.
do you think you can get us some snacks?
I only use my employee discount for like real gamers. So, what's your favorite part of Witches and Layers?
I think my favorite part of Liches and Layers is just how you can just customize your player to be whatever you want. Like, maybe sometimes I'm sneaky, and maybe sometimes I'm just a little bit sultry and want to lull you in with a tune. Because you can multi-class and like play multiple different things. And like,
So, a fake gamer. You don't even have a favorite class?
oh, I do have a favorite class.
Oh, let me guess, you're some kind of like pocket healer?
Pocket healer. Oh, I can't wait until the next game of Liches and Layers so I can kill your
And
ass.
then I place my hand on his shoulder. and
Hello,
squeeze a
I
little.
froze. I'm
Oh,
so
it's okay.
sorry.
I place my hand on his shoulder and squeeze a little. Healers are an integral part of this game design, and disrespect upon its role in the RPG triad is tantamount to. And then I grip his chin. Blasphemy.
Oh my god, you know what? I didn't mean you, because you're clearly Frankie's healer. But like, I'll get you a snack. What do you want?
I look at the snacks.
Daisy's
Look
just
at
like
Daisy.
raging.
Daisy,
Yes.
what snack do you want?
Oh no.
Can I have a fruit roll up, please?
I'll take a fruit roll up.
Man, what flavor?
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
All right, I'll get you two. And he scans it and gets you 2 fruit roll-ups.
And then I
Does
hand
the
them
old-
both over to Daisy. Like, I immediately turn around and hand them to Daisy.
He also eyes Steve. Does the old man play games too?
Yeah. He's the, third highest ranked DPS in England.
Oh my god. And he starts pulling it up. And while he's doing that, we're gonna cut to Mnetty and Popsicle and Roland.
Rip.
Mnetty takes you and you see excitedly many people are waving at Mnetty. And she just goes at everyone. And you see her pass a very wide glass elevator and instead walks towards more of a service kind of hallway. Kind of where you would see like a lot of supplies be kept.
Roland this is the first time he's ever done anything like this. He's trying his best not to look awkward. He's doing a trick I learned in the Navy, where invisibility is not possible, but if you walk around looking like you're somebody else's problem, people leave you alone.
Really, the trick is you pick a spot in the room and you maintain eye contact with that spot and you walk there with purpose.
Popsicle just looks so apathetic.
Nettie walks and you see a smaller little elevator where if you go to our map, I don't know if Curtis is able to put the map up. If not, that is totally okay. But it is the teeny tiny little triangle on the main floor. And she clicks it and it pulls up like a bunch of zeros and ones. And she plugs a finger in as the door opens. And she steps in waiting for you two to step in.
Where did you post the? Oh, okay. It's
Teasers.
under teasers. Are those the labeled ones? Okay, yeah, they're there. Okay, and we're on main.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. Mnetty will Popsicle will follow Mnetty in.
Roland's falling right in as well.
Roland.
As you ride the elevator down, Mnetty looks at both of you. I do not know if I have access to the 10th floor.
You're asking me if I have access?
No. I am stating a potential problem.
Can I try hooking myself? Is there a port in the elevator?
Yes. Sorry, I rolled for something. But yes, there is.
Could I potentially try to port in, and can I tell if there's any like net tripwires? Like if I try to send the elevator down to the 10th floor, would it trip some sort of an alarm or something?
You can port in for sure, yeah. Give me
Okay.
a security or tech check, please.
Okay, doc. Give me a tech. There are so many different types of tech on here, and they don't start with tech. Which one did you want me to do for that?
It's electronics or security tech. I'm not
Okay.
sure which one your sheet would have, but they're like interchangeable.
Yeah. Like a duck. 20.
20. The elevator even in its programming, does not go past floor 9.
Okay, so then she'll just unplug as I'm guessing they're still going down and just shake her head looking back at Roland and Nettie. This can only get us to 9. So
Well, it can only go to 9 by programming, right?
yes, I don't know if the floor is open under that unless
Is there an access panel I can pop off?
Not inside.
Okay.
So it kind of has been a smooth ride all the way down and then clanks clumsily as it hits the 9th floor and the doors ding open.
what are you doing?
And
Well,
Nettie just starts walking off.
well, we still need to get down one more floor, don't we?
Do you know if the elevator can get down one more? It can't from what I saw.
Well, it might require some kind of security digital access, but if I could hotwire it to go down. A motor
Could
runs on
you-
electricity. You either charge it one way and it goes clockwise, or you change the polarization, it goes counterclockwise.
Could you guys give me perception checks from the
no.
elevator?
No. 17.
Hold on, I gotta check what skill does that fall under? Perception. 27 a crit.
Well, damn.
So, as Nettie is walking around, almost beginning to investigate on her own, you guys notice that there's not really a human presence on this floor, but you hear the sound of machines. And it looks to be like... You guys know when cars are built with those giant mechanical arms?
Mhm.
It is a bunch of those lifting these what look to be like different small hexagonal files, shoving them into towers wherever they fit and rearranging them.
I'm Nettie. What floor is this?
B9.
Yeah. What do they do on this floor?
Oh. All files and tech security are kept in the basement floors.
And specifically this basement floor?
All B1 to 10 contains various files.
I'm gonna be completely honest here. If we're looking for files, we were originally told they were on B1 through B10, and it seems like there's some kind of stop keeping us from going to B10. We could probably start looking here, but I got a feeling it's gonna be down another level.
Yeah, we just need to figure out how to get down the other level. The when I was looking at the blueprints, the only one I couldn't really access around was B11. There wasn't, but you didn't say I couldn't find a way to get down to B10.
I didn't
on
say
the
that you
blueprints?
could either. I just said that they all had pictures of elevators. I never
So
said
there
they all
is
worked.
but there is a picture of an elevator. Like when I was traversing B10, there was like an elevator spot.
Correct.
Okay. She's just gonna look at Roland. I think the elevator had to have gone down there at some point. I don't know why I couldn't access it. Maybe you can access it. You work on cars and shit.
Now, hardware and software are two entirely different things. Believe me, I would never try and encroach upon your territory. But I mean, worst case scenario, I just put some screws back in. There's no demons in hardware.
So are you gonna try?
I think I am. He's going to raise his left hand. His index finger is going to. Oh, I see a finger up. What's up?
Could you give me an investigation check to find the panel?
Ooh, I was just going to pop off the panel with the buttons, but yes.
It's not inside.
I'm gonna be real honest with you. I just rolled a 1, so
And if I'm guessing I'd be following him around, watching him look cluelessly
Yeah,
and try to help.
I mean, like he was
I
so
wish I could
confident
help.
he was so confident about this that like he raised his hand to just pull out like a screwdriver to come out of his fingertip, and like a corkscrew came out.
What are you looking for?
Some kind of access panel,
Emneti,
and
where's the
also
access panel?
investigation on my character sheet.
Oh, to access elevators, you need employee codes, and they scan bioprints.
So where can we scan your bioprint to get the codes?
I am looking.
There is no investigation on my character sheet.
Sorry, it's like I keep calling it investigation, but
I
it's
keep
perception.
calling dex saves reflex saves for the exact same reason. What did you say it was called?
It's perception.
Okay.
Emneti's also looking for.
Amneti unfortunately has me rolling for her, and I critically failed. So
Oh no.
So I got a 5.
Okay, and it was perception, so watching all of them fail. Oh, thank God. I got a 21. I feel like Popsicle just goes off
Popsicle.
on her own at some point, like, oh my God, I'm dealing with a bunch of idiots. Oh my God, I got this whole speech about hardware. It's always the mech guys. It's always the mech guys.
Popsicle, you very quickly realize that it's just because the elevator is behind a different wall. So instead of it being the triangle, it is the rectangular square. You just had to shift.
You just have to turn around.
Even in 2077, doors are the
Oh
real
my
enemy.
God. And I just
I'm
feel
so
like,
sorry.
so wait, so can Dodge see me if I'm standing right in front of it? Can he still see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you're trying to
Popsicle's-
hide it.
No, Popsicle's just gonna like, I'm just figuring like Popsicle's standing in front of it, and she's gonna whistle until she gets their attention, and then Pablo's just sitting on her shoulder, and Pablo gives it a tap, tap.
Roland's still looking at his finger. Like the corkscrew comes out, he shakes his hand. Now there's a cuticle clipper, wire trimmers, and he just looks up and, good job.
Yeah, thank you, Go-Go Gadget. Can we go to the next spot?
Absolutely.
Oh my God. How did our shoop get a crit fail?
You know, sometimes you don't let me roll for you. That's really the moral.
Point taken.
So you guys go and take the elevator and you ride it down. This elevator seems to be a little bit older and it clunks its way down to the next floor. And as the door opens, it is significantly less bright in here. Kind of that dingy yellowy light bulb look. There are still hexagonal towers like the previous floor. However, a lot of the tech seems to be a lot more outdated. And I'm going to quickly jump back to our tour group. Axel is walking you guys towards his desk. He's walking there, like, venting to you about how many fake gamers there are, Brother Buffalo, and also Frankie.
At this point, he's lost me. I was just here to talk about numbers. I just like I'm talking about the numbers, the gamer numbers. I'm nodding along, and then occasionally looking at someone desperately. And then somewhere along the way, I'll fall back. I'll, you know, sidle alongside, say. Oh, I'll sidle alongside Daisy. Daisy. And I kind of whisper, do you think you could, I don't know, pick something up on the radio waves? See what that other crew is doing?
I can try. Usually it only kind of works one way. Like I have to engage with it to communicate.
I see. If you don't think the risk is necessary, then don't take it.
I mean, I could also try to pinpoint their radio and maybe steer them in a different direction. Maybe
You
tell
figure
them
that-
that the job is compromised and it's not worth pursuing anymore.
You can do that.
Maybe I don't really use it that often, but it does have quite nice of a range.
Well, it's worth a shot.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and connect to the Zephyra team, like radio frequency.
Mm-hmm.
And leave a message that essentially is going to come across so I like try and like connect with the cybernetics and kind of try to find the right wave of radio frequency and Daisy's going to go across and be like, all right, all teams abort. The mission has been compromised. We have security detail following our tails. Get out as soon as possible. If you are caught, do not repeat why you are here. You are abandoned at that moment. And pray that she hit the right frequency.
Can you roll me percentile dice, please, Daisy? Tao, while you're waiting, could you please give me a perception?
Absolutely.
All right. So that's a 96.
Nice. You know that your message makes it across radio waves? Like 9 total? So you know that it gets it across quite a few cybernetics, actually. You're not quite sure who has heard the message or who has received it fully. But you do know that the message has been successfully sent out. Brother Buffalo, for the split second of desperation to escape Axel, you didn't notice that Frankie had wandered off and was chatting with a bunch of coders and people in the unit, taking selfies with them, signing their desks, even though some of them clearly did not want their desks signed.
But I do notice now that Frankie is gone.
Yes, you do see Steve kind of awkwardly following behind, trying to get him to stop, but also very much has the vibe of not technically my monkey, so like not really my circus, like it's not ruining the plan.
I'll let Axel lead the rest of the group and fall behind. And can I come around to Frankie and the new posse?
Yeah, you absolutely can. You can see that they're really just trying to work. And Frankie is like promoting himself.
Mr. Fuck Machine.
That's me.
I believe that your attention is needed elsewhere.
He nods with like a smirk as if to be like, I know, it's always needed. And follows you.
And once we're kind of out at earshot, you can't keep getting distracted, Frankie. If you disappear on us, then the rest of us might lose our rights to be here.
You're here because of me. And Frankie keeps walking.
And
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No. You can move on. You're good.
Really quick question for my friends on the tour. How many of you have at least 2 cybernetics?
Those of us on tour. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
as
have
you guys
3.
as you guys catch up with Axel and you're walking past his desk, you notice his desk is a little bit kind of reminiscent of Daisy's room. It's a little analog. Like there's a traditional like monitor that you would see from maybe like the early 2020s. There are like mechanical keypads instead of like the typical ones. There is kind of like a little printer just zooping little papers out, scanning things. You see what looks to be like a little battery operated like paper shredder even. Like it feels very vintage. And Axel goes, "This is where all the real work happens."
Oh,
It's very unique.
you're so
nothing
old
would get
school.
done. For a fake gamer, you're all right. I'm glad you recognize it.
Just growls under her voice real quick.
Yeah. Why are you so vintage? Is it your style
Just-
or is your preference?
It's a style, but also like just because I'm modern and I like games doesn't mean I need all these corpos. Like just because I work for them, I don't need them monitoring me,
Oh,
When you're
Interesting.
analog, it's all right there.
I'm honestly half waiting for him to call you like Daisy-san.
That would be a lot. I think that would be my limit. I think I'd punch him. I think I'd start swinging.
I think I would have to punch myself.
oh, I mean, I totally understand. Just being like all analog and not wanting to be, monitored. But
Plus, like, digital files get edited,
they get edited? Where does
I
that
mean, people
happen?
can. That's what hackers do that.
Oh, so you don't do that? Like here?
Oh, no. He looks back and forth. I only do that shit in my free time. I don't do it here. You gotta draw a line between work and real life, It's self-care. Self-preservation.
Hmm.
Oh, Axel,
Oh.
Yeah.
you just became a little bit more intriguing.
I'm just so glad that you know a high-quality man when you see one.
Ah, there it
And
is.
with that
There it is.
groan, I'm gonna cut to my basement friends.
No, I need some time to vomit.
Nope, we're
Roland
cutting
pukes in his
right now.
mouth, like sympathetically from 10 floors away.
Audience, I apologize so hard. This is hurting me to play him.
You look like you're enjoying it.
You smile through the pain. So, what are my friends doing as you reach the little analog basement yourselves?
What's the lighting like in here? You said it was like yellow halogen. Is it dimly lit?
Dim.
Bleh, dimly lit?
La la.
I can speak. Or is it just the lighting's different?
the lighting's different, and it's
Okay.
light bulbs.
Ugh. So ancient.
Like the poorly seated ones that hum constantly.
Oh, I can hear it now.
The neurotypical
You're
lights.
welcome.
Um,
Well, this definitely looks a little bit more analog. I'm a little bit more at home here.
Yeah, you see
uh,
it's a lot of collections of like old fax machines. Again, like spare parts, mechanical keyboards, more like printers kind of like whirring gently as they print out extra files. Various little kind of recording devices that seem to be rewinding some of the older files that exist down here.
This data is old. This is all stuff that has been replicated on the servers, especially if they're
because
still printed out physical copies.
it's probably so nobody comes down here, and therefore people definitely aren't going to go even below this or try to hide the new under the old. You know?
No, but I'll take your word for it.
I'll
I don't know
send
the
you an
like
article or something.
the hit. I appreciate that.
She's gonna start walking around to see if there's any place that she can plug in, or see if there's any type of kind of like port technology that looks like it doesn't fit in with the vintage ambiance.
Give me perception, please. Not perception. Yeah, perception. I keep mixing up investigation, perception.
18.
Okay, is anyone else doing a check?
Roland will look around just because he finds it neat, honestly. 14.
Okay. You got 20, Chris? I'm so sorry.
No, I got 18.
18. Okay. For Roland, you find a lot of interesting parts, and upon closer inspection, they're not all office parts. Some of them are robotics. Some look to be like really old prototypes of prosthetics. And some looked like artifacts of older vehicles, even. Popsicle, you find a couple of the newer printers seem to have ports. One in particular seems to only even be a printer through shell, as if the casing is the printer.
Can I try to open it?
Physically?
Well, you said casing, so like, does it seem like it's not really a printer on the inside, or you just mean it's like those rocks that aren't really rocks?
It might not be a printer on the inside.
Okay. She's gonna freak. She's gonna port in. Does anything
As you
snipe at her?
port-
Oh fuck, yep.
You feel yourself kind of get that wave of your body that you typically get when you also just net run in general. But before we get to that, I'm gonna jump to my friends who are holding back the urge to punch a man right now.
Oh man.
Before you punch him, could you all give me perceptions, please?
Again, different perception check
please.
from me. Okay.
Mhm.
A crit
Promise I will
success.
fail again. Or not. Well, that's gonna be a 13. Or no, 15.
14.
Numbers are hard.
Hold
I
on,
feel
I
you.
scrolled past it. You said perception. 26. Yeah.
So, Tao, you kind of feel an itch. And then things go black. Daisy, you see a bunch of the machines behind Axel's desk kind of begin going haywire as an electrical kind of tendril almost shoots out of it and it starts hitting bodies before you also get knocked out.
Not again.
As you fall, you also see it hit Frankie before you lose vision. Back to my basement, friends. What up? Howdy, hello.
I did not do anything.
Popsicle, I will get to you in a second. Roland, could you give me a perception check?
Oh dear.
Oh, F.
I'm not great at these. 13.
You see Popsicle plug in, and then your vision just goes black. For a split second, you assume maybe the power just couldn't handle that before your
Immediately-
consciousness disappears. And Amneti's body, for anyone watching security cameras, would just and kind of fall back into dormant mode. Popsicle.
No.
What you see tends to be, you know, the typical kind of virtual space where it's a grid-like landscape?
Yeah.
You see this, but it is in not the typical shaped building around you, but what appears to be a cylindrical room.
Am I like a walking avatar? I can move around?
Mhm.
What the... Is everything solid? Like if I go tapping around the room, because it's just a circle.
You can try.
Okay, she's gonna try tapping. See if her hand goes through anything. Jump up and down on the ground.
So as you begin moving, there's these little light footprints, like light footprints appearing from where you walk. And once you move 5 feet from your spot, the grid shifts into a flashing red grid. And you're not sure if the ringing is coming from outside or inside right now.
It did, like there's no doors, nothing. It's just a circular room.
You can keep going to check while the alarm's going off. Nothing is stopping you from moving.
Can I go back 5 steps?
You
Does
can.
it stop?
It does.
Okay, I found an outer limit of the wall. I'm gonna go 5. I'm gonna do that like back and forth, 5 around to my right, then back, then to the left.
So when you hit back, you hear a soft kind of clicking as a virtual hallway opens up behind you.
Oh,
It is long and dark.
Maze. Where's my pen? It opens up behind me. Okay. She'll keep walking down that hallway. See if anything opens up to her left or right.
And in the dramatic sense, it goes like that loud clicking of those bright lights that pop open as you walk through each part of the tunnel. And after you get about 10 feet, you feel like a reverberation. Your body is shaking around you. And that's where we're going to leave off for this week.
No!
Yeah, it is.
I
Anyways.
can't believe that you would put Daisy and I through all of this suffering and then have a schmuck come.
To be fair, I didn't know
I
you
can't
guys
wait
48
until I
hours
wake up.
ago.
You know, You
Me and
made
Frank,
the
you're just gonna make an
choice.
out.
You made the choice to be decent human beings that didn't punch him out.
That is fair.
You
I feel like
didn't have to be decent human.
if Chris had been here, Chris probably would have punched someone. It was
And
very this was very,
only
very like lawful good of you guys.
It only went smoothly because Frankie was tame tonight.
At least you guys are like upstairs in a room where a bunch of chaos is happening. I imagine Roland slumped over a fucking copy machine right now.
After not being able to find the door
just
right behind him.
Spitting out
Oh.
pictures of his t-shirt.
I can't wait. I can't wait until I had such a
So
And next
Because
time you
of
guys
visceral
meet,
response.
him, it will be with Chris.
I'm ready. I want Chris to pick a fight,
no.
just so I have a reason to
Listen.
as his bodyguard.
You guys need to make sure Chris rewatches this episode, so like right before he comes into this game, so he can walk in with the fury.
here's the thing, right? I gave Chris a character he fell in love with. He now needs a character to hate.
yes.
He's gonna find a reason to love them.
Chris,
No.
well known for
Yeah.
being emotionally manipulated by NPCs.
Anyways, I apologize for nothing, but thank you for coming to watch our stream as I very gently and lovingly hang out with my players. Again, my name is Sin. I have been your GM. You can find me on most of my socials at sensationally.me. I am mostly on Twitter these days, memeing around. I'm gonna pop it off to Erica.
I'm Erica. Tonight was so fun. I was your Daisy this evening. You can find me on socials at EricaJean15 or EricaJean315. One day I will figure out what those associate with. One is Instagram, one is Twitter. But yeah, or you can find me on the 5% Chance socials on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. 90% of the time, it is me. The other 10% is someone else, mostly Curtis. But I'm going to shoot it down to Operator.
5% chance. Hi, I'm Hello Operator, both here and on the TikToks. Tonight I was playing Roland Ford Mercedes Lincoln. With that said, I'm going to pass it over to my bromance partner, Sam.
Howdy, friends, family, and kinfolk of all time. I am Sam. You can find me as, or you have seen me tonight as Thao. And you can find me as Wraither_VO on places such as TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. And I believe I'm bouncing it to. Did everyone go already?
Chris Prime.
No.
Chris.
Oh, Chris.
The best Chris.
For some reason, I thought Chris.
The
went
Chris that
first.
didn't abandon us tonight.
Rip. Hi, I'm Chris, aka D&D Imposter, aka Popsicle, aka the bestest twin, coming to you live, with a bad twin pun to end off the night. My wife just gave birth to a set of identical twins. She named the first one Pete. I named the second one Repeat.
That's really good.
Really
Oh
bad
my
twin
God.
puns.
That was
Oh.
incredible. That was actually.
Ugh.
I really liked that.
That one was funny, but I'm like groaning.
No, that
My
was incredible.
stepdad used to do a joke like that whenever I was a kid and would get so frustrated. As usually he was like, Pete's on the bench, Repeat's on the ground, who fell off the bench, Repeat. And he would just keep saying it. And I was like,
I
I
love that.
don't know why. It's like 5-year-old Erica just getting frustrated. Very similar to how Daisy did
love it.
tonight.
I love that. Announcements. As usual, next Wednesday, the Ash and Shade Committee is back at 7 p.m. EDT. You're welcome, Curtis. And if you like what 5% Chance does and wants to support them, you can pick up some of the cool stickers. I think I have one right here. At shecklerwoodworking.com, you can use code 5% chance for 10% off your order on stickers and anything else in their shop. Again, thank you for coming to watch me play very nicely with other humans and not hurt them at all. Please come back next week for a really exciting episode.
Can't wait. Night, guys.
Good night,
everybody.
Toodles.
Good night, everyone.